So many people have come out this year and said that drop servicing is the new business model that'll make everyone, of course, rich, and we've all seen the YouTube ads around it. Real quick, for those who don't know what drop servicing is, it's essentially providing a service. So let's say, for example, social media management to a client and then outsourcing the said services to a third party. Technically, I've done drop servicing and I'm currently doing drop servicing right now. Drop servicing does have the potential to generate lots of money and to potentially help you quit your job or whatever your goal is. But, okay, the real problem here though is not the actual business model itself, but how it's being portrayed to you. And I'll explain. To understand what's happening here, we need to understand modern day dropshipping first. So dropshipping has boomed in recent years, and for good reason. It's a great entry-level business model, has low barriers to entry, and it has the ability to scale really quickly without holding any sort of inventory, yet being able to sell a physical, tangible product. It's lucrative, it's attractive, and it's great for beginners too. Though dropshipping, it's become sort of almost a catchphrase with both negative and positive connotations. You know, the positive connotations is it's a great business model, it's easy to get into, you can scale really quickly, it's beginner friendly, etc. Though the negative connotations, it's unfortunately being connected to, or has already become connected to, the get rich fast type, industry, or that sort of area. Thing is, dropshipping is essentially a fulfillment model within e-commerce. You're still running an e-commerce business, okay? E-commerce is exactly that, but dropshipping is a fulfillment method. So I wanted to say that because we need to understand what dropshipping is before we understand drop servicing. So over the last few months, we've seen this increase in the phrase drop servicing, but what exactly is it and what's the problem here? Like I said, drop servicing is essentially providing a service to someone, a client, and not fulfilling the service yourself, but outsourcing that service. It doesn't need to just be social media management. It could be lawn mowing, it could be cooking, whatever it might be. But do you know what that actually means? Do you know what drop servicing is? When we talk about social media management, drop servicing is essentially SMMA, social media marketing agencies, or marketing agencies in general. It's literally a marketing agency, and that business model has been around for ages. For those who don't know, I've worked in a marketing agency or multiple marketing agencies and managed 7 figures worth of ad spend and multinational clients. So I know a thing or two when it comes to agencies, okay? So when you think about it, drop servicing is not new, yet so many people claim that it is new. And you know what else drop servicing is? It's essentially how you run a good business, period, no matter what business that you run, because it is essentially service arbitrage. You are, as a boss, you are outsourcing these activities to someone else while managing the profits in between the client. Okay, like I said, it could be a lawn mowing service, it could be a cooking service. That is essentially drop servicing. It's just been rebranded. And to run a good business, you have to outsource anyway. Okay, so I've done and am technically doing drop servicing in the form of, yes, I outsource, and yes, I've worked in marketing agencies, and that in itself is drop servicing. The true problem here is people are rebranding drop servicing to capture the attention, essentially, of those who are looking to get rich fast and package it into the next big thing, or the thing that's really easy to get into and that people are really wanting right now. Like there's like some sudden explosion of demand for it. But it's the newest online business model, but it's not. It's actually not the newest business model. It's been around for forever, because essentially, like I said, it is outsourcing. It's a form of outsourcing. And the agency business model has been around for ages, even before people started labeling it as SMMA, and people like, Tai Lopez made it really popular. But let's particularly talk about agencies, because when people talk about drop servicing, on YouTube anyway, a lot of them refer to it as running an agency. They're drop servicing, social media management, or digital marketing management. And the thing is, as a digital marketing manager or an ex-digital marketing manager who, I've worked with Intel, I've worked with Huawei, a lot of different brands, big and small, by the way, small businesses too. It's not easy, and I can tell you that much. And that's not to say I did a bad job. I just know that it's just not easy. Okay, drop servicing is not easy as you might think it is. And I just wanted to make that very clear. That's not to say you can't make money with drop servicing, but you can make money with affiliate marketing. You can make money with drop shipping. You get my point. So yeah, I've worked with many different agencies in the past before. And the hard part is maintaining that client relationship and delivering consistent results. So the easy part, and really this is the easy part, is getting clients. Okay, getting someone to sign up clients, cold calling, all that good stuff. It's not that hard, or not as hard as maintaining that client relationship and maintaining that steady revenue source. I've had so many people that I know who have started agencies or drop servicing, whatever you want to call it, okay? And they've basically started out, got a few clients, no problem at all, but then maintaining those clients and being able to outsource those Facebook ads out to someone and trusting them and being able to produce results for them week on week, month on month is very difficult. You need to basically outsource it to the best ad specialists. And the chances of them taking on that role for $10 to $15 an hour is next to none, because if digital marketing is in demand right now, and if you know how to manage Facebook ads to a point where you're producing consistent returns for yourself, your business, or a client, that is worth literally hundreds and thousands of dollars as a skill. And for someone taking on Upwork and being able to produce those results for you, okay, consistently, by the way, why would they want to take that role on for $10, $15 an hour, if that, when they could make a lot more money themselves? So managing those results is really difficult. And if you're not managing those results, you know what that means? Well, that means the client's not going to stay with you. That means no recurring income. Back to the drawing board we go, and you have to start selling again, cold calling, etc. So not only delivering results is tough, well, client relationship management is tough too, because you need to be the face of the company essentially. And for an agency or drop servicing company, again, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. That's tough because it's a form of client management. Your clients end up becoming your bosses, and you need to manage that rapport with them in order for them to stay with your agency. And that's not easy as well. That means whining and dining them, talking to them consistently, meeting their demands. Yes, in some way or form, you can manage the expectations with them, but at the end of the day, they are the boss. You need to meet their demands. They are paying you, okay? It's not the other way around. Whereas in dropshipping, okay, you supply the customer with the product, and that's that, okay? They go off, they enjoy it, and they love it. If they don't, well, then you could potentially get returns, which is an issue with all e-commerce stores, or they just won't come back to you. And if they love it, well, they'll come back and buy more products from you and increase their lifetime value. The best part is that with e-commerce, it's easier to sell at far higher volumes than getting lots and lots and lots of clients. Because with lots of clients means you need a lot more Facebook ad specialists or ad specialists in general, and a whole lot of headaches that come with it. Because one client, okay, is not the same as making a single sale on e-commerce. And yes, you could argue that you get more from a client, etc. But being able to scale really quickly in e-commerce really does make a huge difference. And that is why, if you listen to anyone in the e-commerce space, that is exactly why the biggest brands and the biggest companies are typically e-commerce companies. Almost always. You do not see the biggest company being a drop servicing company or a digital marketing agency. Now, I want to make it clear that it's not that I have an issue with drop servicing. Like I said, I've done it before and I am doing it right now. It's the fact that rebranding things and using flashy new buzzwords like drop servicing and calling it a new hot business model, when in essence is just service arbitrage and it's been around for a while, marketing agencies, it confuses newcomers and distracts those who are trying to focus on starting their own business. And I don't think that's okay. Overall, it just confuses people. And it's amazing that we're in an era right now where we can access so many different resources for free too and build legitimate businesses that actually grow and scale. But at the same time, this space has become so diluted and confusing for many. And that's kind of sad. It's sort of like paralysis by analysis. With so many different business models and confusing buzzwords, it's harder for people to actually start. And that's actually sad because some of these people have a lot of potential if they were to just laser focus into one business model. And yes, that is ultimately up to them. That's their job to do so. But it doesn't help when we're rebranding things and calling a digital marketing agency, which is traditionally what it is, SMMA, and now drop servicing. There's so many different buzzwords. It just does not help newcomers. So the point of this video is ultimately don't get shiny object syndrome, because the truth is almost any business model right now works well if you put in the passion and work. Of course, some work better than others right now. For example, e-commerce stores versus real retail, brick and mortar stores. But that being said, you can and will reach 6, 7, 8 figures in revenue with a dropshipping store, with a marketing agency, with affiliate marketing. You get my point. It really comes down to you, and it really comes down to working your way up. So stay focused, stay woke, okay? And keep hustling for the right reasons. If you find what I said useful in this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't agree, well, feel free to let me know down in the comments below and give this video a thumbs down. I'd love to know your opinion either way. I'd also like to hear your opinion and thoughts on this exact topic if you're in the drop servicing niche, and what you think about the entire business model with yourself, if you found any success or if you've jumped into it and you haven't been able to kick it off. Let me know down in the comments below. And until the next video, keep on hustling.